Sweet Stars Radio Productions presents Dear Donnybrook, the continuing story of the loves and losses, the friendships and deceptions, the despairs and delights of the residents of that mysterious place called Donnybrook. Previously on Dear Donnybrook. The Button Society of Donnybrook convened to ascertain, is June Jimmy's wife? And is June carrying Jimmy's child? Unfortunately, the reading of the buttons was inconclusive, but June's sunny nature has begun to win over the skeptics, except Barbara. Episode 3, Body of Confessions. High atop Gloria's Bluff overlooking the river, the ladies of the Button Society of Donnybrook meet in the Bob Van Michter Booten Jr. Memorial Aviary for rescued tropical birds.
Ladies, meet Custer. He flew into my window and knocked himself out on the glass. Silly bird, silly bird. I don't know how this lovely tropical bird got here, but I am so glad I built the Bob Van Michter Booten Jr. Memorial Aviary for my rescue birds.
What excellent plumage, and his bill is the same hue as copper piping.
Oh, yes, he's a heartbreaker, this one. Where did you say June was?
Gone.
Gone? Well, when I went into the kitchen to put down a fresh batch of love buttons I baked this morning, she brushed right past me.
Oh, strange. I distinctly remember inviting her to this meeting.
Were we going to initiate her?
Did we discuss that at the last meeting?
Over my dead body. We still don't know where she comes from, who her people are, or if she's even who she claims to be.
Bobby, what did you say to June?
Whose side are you on, Mother?
I wasn't aware that there were sides.
Meanwhile, as June rushes away from the stately house on the bluff, she stumbles down the path.
I just can't understand. I've tried everything I can think of, Jimmy. You never said she'd be like this.
Oh, look, Ruby, there's June.
Why is she walking on the old overgrown path?
June! Oh, June!
Oh,
Yoo-hoo!
Yoo-hoo! Oh, hello, Ruby. Hello, Pearl. Are you all right?
Yes, you look a little peaked, and women in your state shouldn't be peaked, you know.
I'm fine, thank you. You'll be fine if you sit down with a glass of iced tea and take a rest.
Quite right.
No, I was just going into town to fetch something. You know, Miss June, Barbara can seem aloof and...
But really, it's a deep sadness. The wars took a lot from Barbara.
She just needs a little time to adjust to the state of things. Don't worry, June. Come have tea at our place.
Oh, yes, do.
But I thought you had a button meeting.
Oh, there'll be more meetings.
Hello, ladies. Hello, Pearl. Might I say you look healthy today?
Yes, I feel healthy. Thank you.
Our Pearl is the picture of health. Pastor Dan, are you on your way to see Gloria?
Ah, well, yes and no. I stopped by your home a few moments ago to say hello. Hello?
And...
I guess I mean to say, here.
A wooden orange. How thoughtful.
No, you see there, you open the latch. It's a candle holder. I whittled it myself.
That's so nice of you to think of us.
I seem to always be thinking of you.
Well, we're just on our way.
May I escort you?
Actually, I don't want to detain these ladies any longer. Pastor Dan, would you be so kind as to escort me to town?
Oh, right. Yes, well, of course. I'll escort you, Miss June. It'd be my pleasure.
I want to speak with Father John Michael.
I saw Father John Michael heading to JT's just as I started out this afternoon. Ladies.
We'll do tea another time, June. Keep your chin up.
Goodbye, June. And thank you, Pastor Dan, for such a lovely gift. I'll set it next to all your other lovely gifts.
Lovely ladies.
Yes, they seem quite happy together.
Oh, they are. Always friendly and kind.
They make good partners.
Partners? Oh, no. You've been misinformed. They aren't in business together. It's Ruby who owns the store downtown, and Pearl just makes the most perfect alterations to suits and hems. She has such delicate stitches. Of course, with hands as lovely and delicate as Pearl's.
I see. Pastor Dan, what is it that brought you to Donnybrook?
That's easy enough to answer. I suppose it all started when I was a young man of 17, shiftless, lost, and then I heard a gentleman speak. He was talking to me about life.
As Pastor Dan waxes on and on about his humble beginnings, the Button Society gears up for another surveillance session of June.
They've just crossed Main Street and they're heading past the gazebo.
Poor girl. Pastor Dan hasn't taken a breath yet. He must be reciting a sermon or something.
What side of the bush is on today?
Mother.
Oh, Custer knows the bushes move. Don't you, Custer?
Juliet! India! Oh, Mother, really?
I've had just about enough of you today, Barbie. Picking on a helpless, injured bird, scaring poor June into a twittering state, making all of us come out here on the balcony and watch her like peeping toms. And for what for, I ask you?
I don't trust her.
That we can see.
You know, she's really very personable.
Yes, she is.
A skill that I'm sure she's practiced.
I wish you'd practice it a bit more often.
Wait, she's heading for JT's.
She's going to see Tony?
Pastor Dan is taking her to the pub?
Why does he have to take her to Tony's place?
I bet she wants to speak with Father John Michael.
To confess her sins.
Talk about baptism plans.
What?
Oh, here are Ruby and Pearl. Maybe they can fill us in.
Oh, this is a lovely old pub. So cool and dark. It's very inviting.
Father, I've brought someone to see you.
Osh, aye, and you have now, lad. I didn't think I'd be taking any from your flock until your next sermon.
This Sunday is going to get them. I talk about miracles.
Oh, I believe it. And who is that you've brought to me, then?
It's me, Father. June. June von Michterbuten.
Oh, do not worry, child. You're the only June in the whole of Donnybrook. And what is it that I can do for you? Sit down, lass. I'm not going to bite. Would you like something to drink? Milk, perhaps? Tea? Tony's got all sorts of alternatives for more sensitive palates. Me? I agree with that old fella who said, beer is proof that God loves us and wants us to be happy.
And who was it, Father, that said God invented whiskey to keep the Irish from taking over the world?
Tony?
So I needn't be making any introductions, then?
I thought you were still over there.
And I thought you were still over there.
But you're here.
And you're here.
You're here. I'm here. He's here. She's here. We're all here. Give me a beer. I believe you've gone and made a mess, Tony. She'll still be here if you go get the mop. I'll see to that.
Right. Of course. I'll be right back.
You'll be right back?
I'll be right back.
Aye, we can see that right enough. The mop now, lad. And me beer. Now, Miss June, what is it that you wanted to see me about?
Well,
How long have you been in town?
Haven't seen a mop got that quick in all me years.
About a week, I guess.
A whole week?
Oh, aye, Tony. And don't look so bewildered. I know that I've mentioned the lass and her condition to you before. She's the talk of the whole town. How could you miss her? Even our milkman had met her and said his piece. He likes you right well. Thinks it's good to get new blood in town after losing so much of it.
You've met the milkman?
Yes.
Where did you two meet?
In the wars.
Oh, with Jimmy?
That's the name of the place, you know, Junebug. JT's. Jimmy and Tony's.
That's real nice, Tony.
On that note, I should be going. Got visits to make, sermons to finish. Good day to you all.
Now wait just a minute, my lad. I'll walk with you. I think I'll be holding confession in the church today. I get the feeling I won't be catching the flock at the watering hole as usual. Be seeing you, Miss June. We'll chat soon. Oh, I made another rhyme, I did. Well, Tony, always a pleasure. And don't think I forgot that remark about me kinsfolk and ruling the world. You'll be doing some Hail Marys.
I plan to, Father.
You know, Father John Michael, maybe if you stopped the notion of having confessions in a pub at all, some of your confessors would be less likely to have a need of confessing.
You are a young lad. When you'd lived in the world as long as I have, we'll discuss finding sinners again.
Meanwhile, back on the bluff.
Last time we rolled the buttons, there were too many questions. Now, one question and one question only.
Is June a liar?
I don't think we need buttons for that, Barbara.
I agree with Louise. She's just so sweet.
Yes, sweet like one of Constance's sticky buns, but good on the inside, but it's all doughy and bad for you.
Technically, all of Constance's treats are bad for us.
I take personal offense to this whole conversation. My buns are not doughy. They're supple yet firm and sweet. Oh, so sweet, and they always leave you satisfied. And since I make all my treats by hand from scratch, they don't have any fat.
That a fact?
If I want it to be.
So the question is whether or not Constance's sticky buns have fat.
Yes.
No!
According to the buttons, there is fat in Constance's sticky buns, but surprisingly little.
You see?
Ask them my question, Gloria.
Mike? Mike?
Can't you keep that thing from squawking like that?
I can't stay. I've got a leaky faucet on Elm Street yet to fix, and maybe a couple of hinges at Father John Michael's. Apparently the door fell off this morning.
We should probably head home, too.
I want to prune my roses. They're getting positively wild.
Oh, but your roses are lovely when they're wild.
Oh, you.
Well, if everyone's going.
My question.
Yankee! Meeting adjourned.
So, June, vodka milk pill kamikaze, for old time's sake?
You have milk pills?
Yeah, saved a few, for nostalgia or something. I miss it, you know. Real milk doesn't taste the same.
It's not as good as a mixer.
2 kamikazes coming right up.
No, Tony, I can't. I should be going.
Just 1 drink, Junebug. What can it hurt?
You really don't know? I need to leave.
You're that June. Father John Michael said, but I... Oh.
I'd better go.
Wait. I'll lock up. I'll go with you.
I'm a big girl, Tony. I can take care of myself.
I know, but hey, come on. I want to walk with you.
For old time's sake.
Would you like to walk along the riverbank?
That sounds nice.
You... So, you're pregnant?
Yes.
With a baby?
Yes.
That's nice.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea. I can make it from here. I know where I am.
No, come on. I know I'm an idiot. Give me a chance, Junebug. I haven't seen you since right after... I'm surprised is all. I mean, here you are.
Here I am.
You know I looked for you. After Jimmy... I asked everyone I could find in that place. They all said you'd transferred. I just didn't believe them. I couldn't believe you'd leave. The wars were practically over. Where could you have gone?
I did transfer. It was too hard to say, Tony. I mean, you know what it was like before. Doesn't matter now.
Doesn't it?
It's not like Jimmy's going to come out of the bushes and make everything all right. After I found out about the baby, I resigned and I came here. I wanted my baby to know a real home, like what Jimmy had. I guess I forgot you grew up here, too. You never talked about it over there.
No. Jimmy was always the talker. He had it good, you know. I was born on the other side of the tracks, or too near the tracks, I don't know. But Jimmy's mom has been real good to me. But I bet she's putting you through the ringer.
Yeah.
She'll come around. You're too hard to resist.
Tony.
Junebug, please. I'm not asking you for anything. Well, maybe dinner, slow dancing down the docks. I wouldn't expect a kiss goodnight or nothing.
Yes, you would.
Hope for, not expect.
Tony, I...
Look, I know. I miss him too, every day. You see this scar? I got that climbing over a fence with him down at the button factory when we were kids. And I got this one right after fixing his car, and I got this one.
I know that one.
We had matching scars down the palms of our right hands. Blood brothers, he said.
I remember.
So you gonna stay a while, Junebug, or just having me here cramp your style?
Don't be silly. I'm glad you're here, Tony. Very glad. Donnybrook is all moon glow and warm summer nights. Tony, did those bushes just move?
Stand back, June. It could be a wild boar. No! June, don't look! Shh. June, it's all right.
All right! All right! It's a body, Tony! A dead body!
What is the real story behind June and Jimmy and Tony? And what or who did Tony and June find by the river? What other gifts has Pastor Dan given to Pearl? And why did Gloria cut the Button Society meeting short? Tune in next time as we discover more about the lives and loves of the citizens of Donnybrook.